School of Nursing as well as within each of the departments. Now, you all have known some of you are former graduates with the Department of Undergraduate Nursing Education. We have had a new change as of right now. 2016 of this July, our board scores for the main campus is at 80%. Oh, come on, please. And the College of Virginia Beach board scores is at 100%. The graduates of 2015 December class is now at 100% on their certification. And I want to add to all of this, and I should have stated, and this is all students, undergraduate and graduate, as first-time test takers. In the process with the new changes, the School of Nursing also now has a new dean for the School of Nursing. And this is Dr. Chevelin Lott, who used to be the chair of the chair of the College of Virginia Beach. She took over that role as of August of this year. So we will now have Dr. Lott come forward to do it.
Hi, everybody. Hi. This is interesting because I've not done this before, but I like to talk. So I'll give you guys a little bit about my history. I am a graduate of Howard University. Most people around here get mad when I say that, but I'm also a graduate of Hampton University. So I'm a double graduate. And so I'm excited to be here. I truly am humbled by the administration for appointing me as Dean of the School of Nursing. As Dr. Williamson said, I am the former chairperson of the Department of Undergraduate Nursing Education. I have been an educator since 1998, and it's funny because my son is a freshman here at Hampton this year, and the first year I started teaching was the year he was born. So I have done nursing education and have expanded his lifetime. So I'm excited about that. I truly am excited about the challenge to be the dean of the School of Nursing because it's something different and I have not done that before. But this is truly not about me. It really is about all of you. And I would just like to say welcome back to school this year. I'm excited for you. You guys have taken that step to advance your careers. You know that our profession needs advanced practice nurses. As our community becomes more and more diverse, we need diverse, multicultural nurses out there to help advance healthcare. And so we're excited for you. We're excited about what it is that you're going to do. And we're encouraging you, even if you've been up since 3 o'clock, to push through it all. You can do it. For those PhD students out there online or other graduate students out there online, I want to encourage you. You can take the words of a wise person that's sitting in this room who once told me that your PhD, you do not need to solve the world. You just need to demonstrate that you can do or complete the research process. So you can get through it. You all can get through it. How many of you are going to graduate this year? Oh, that's exciting. It can be done, right? Right? So how many of you are brand new to the program? All right, so you need to look at those people who raised their hand because they're about to graduate. You need to ask them, how did you do it and what is it that you did? But whatever it is that you come to get, I pray that you get everything that you need from this school and call on us for anything that you need because we're here to help you. Thank you and welcome again.
Thank you, Dr. Lott. Now we will have Dr. Sonia Spilser, who is in the role of the interim chair of the graduate department for the past year. And under her tutelage, we have and Mrs. Dr. I'm sorry. Is she here, right? Malone. That's success with the first-time test takers. So, and I want to say that because she has stuck with us through thick and thin challenges, and like, Vina, can you teach this other class for me? She kind of like, really? That she would do that. And when we did not have someone to come in to do those classes, and we really are appreciative of it. And she's probably been with us for 4 years as a adjunct. So I will let you introduce your faculty.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. I actually was going to introduce Dr. Williams, but she's already introduced herself, but she is our Assistant Dean of Academic Support, and we really appreciate her and all of her time and efforts that she has done for this program, because she has worn 3 hats, and I think she probably had 5 or 6, and we do appreciate her. At this time, if I just wanted to quickly introduce the faculty of the Department of Graduate Nursing Education, and some of you already know some. We'll start with Dr. Trina Gibson-Jones. Trina is a graduate of Hampton University as well, master's and PhD program in VHU. Dr. Bertha Davis, who is also our formal dean as well, and she has been here for a number of years. And we are glad to have her. And those are our pillars back there. Dr. Arlene Montgomery, who is also the former dean in the Graduate Department of Education and Nursing. And also, I just wanted to say one word with Dr. Malone, who has been with us for a while. She's also a Hampton graduate. And we really appreciate her for all of her time and efforts, and I've already told her this before, that please don't divorce me. So we're glad to be here, and also I'd like to introduce, and you will introduce later, but Mr. Skeet, who is our systems administrator, and he has been here a number of years, and so all of your information that you all get, and I know you all know his number on speed dial, right? Probably on speed dial, because he helps us a lot with a lot of the internet issues, with all the IT issues. So, and he's going to talk to you a little bit more about that later when he speaks. Let's see, I think we will go now to. Is anyone else? Did I miss anyone else?
Yeah, I would like to do so on. Dr. Terry Geiger Smith, before we bring up Ms. I want to introduce her. She's coming to us as a different role. But Dr. Geiger Smith is, I want to say, I just wanted to let you all meet her. Because when we talk about Hampton, giving back, pulling back, when you go forward as MPs, educators, and you're making money out in the world. And even like Dr. Malone, when we call on our Hampton family to come back and say, look, you have this expertise in this area, we really need that. That's what we want from you all when you all graduate, is to come back and give us, to help the next generation to come out. Dr. Terry Geiger Smith is a Hampton graduate, undergraduate, master's, what did you do?
Chattanooga University.
Okay, we can give you that. But I mean, from the undergraduate level, she has come in to tutor students on her off time. We're not paying, she's about, let's go with volunteers. So you all put it on your resume, right? Tutoring students, interviews a doctoral student, nurse practitioner student didn't need to kind of tutor with certificate. She was willing to do that. She would meet with students after she got from her full-time job to come and work. And also with Dr. Malone, even when she did get off that full-time job, they're coming here. So it is something about the Hampton family we're asking you. I know the process going through graduate school, be it doctoral programs, be the master's program, can be frustrating because you're working full-time job. But once you get out there, and it's rewarding to be able to come back and get back into your community. So when we come out there, like I said, Dr. Malone, can you do, and we're like, ooh, I know you've been working really late, and I know I'm picking on you, but can you come back and do this class for me? I want you to go, okay, Dr. Williamson, all right. I want you to be able to, but I want to make sure I introduce and let you know, because we are proud of all of our graduates, and they're coming back and giving. Now, I know, Ms. Evans, you have to come, so I will let you come up there and present.
Okay. I have 2 handouts over here. If you would take one, if you haven't taken it already. Can you get me to the Hampton U page?
And while Ms. Evans is doing that, I just want to let you know, Ms. Evans is our liaison for the School of Nursing librarian. So those of you who probably met her during your research class, but just to let you know, if you haven't, some of you already had Mr. Esham, but she is our go-to person whenever we need anything from the library activity. So you'll see her name, and now you see her face.
Hi, like she said, I'm your liaison to the School of Nursing, and I'm going to show you a few things about the library. You can get to the library homepage through the Hampton U homepage, hamptonu.edu, and there's our link right there. Okay, this is what our homepage looks like. Now, we have several things that you might want to try. This is something I always recommend. It's a general search, and it has most of our journals, books, videos, and all of that. So try this search. We have the online catalog for books. We have articles and databases, and I gave you a printout of some of the databases that we have. If you know the name of the journal, go to the eJournal Finder and type in the name, or you can go by subject right here. Now, the other thing you can do in articles and databases by subject, go to medicine and health sciences, and this gives you a list of medical and health databases that we have. I'm going to demonstrate very, very quickly how to use CINAHL. This is one of the completely dedicated to nursing, right? And I'm going to go here to CINAHL, and I'm just going to put in diabetes. Now, this is a nice thing about CINAHL. You have all these limits on here. You can limit it to full text. You can limit it to, say, English. Say you want to do peer-reviewed for scholarly articles. And you can go down here. You could do first author as a nurse. You could go down here to the type of query that you want. You can do, say this, and let me search. Okay, and see, that narrowed it down, those limits that I put on there. Okay, so that's CINAHL, and you just look under the EBSCOhost databases. Let me do that one more time, just to show you right now. Okay. Page. I need the library homepage, which is, go back. Okay, I'm going to databases by subject, and then I'm going to CINAHL right here, and it's going to go right here. Here's your link. Okay, another thing, this is probably the last thing I wanted to show you. Okay, I'm going to go down again. Okay. All right, here's the library. Okay, our webpage. We have made research guides. If you go here, I want to go to research guides, and I'm going to go down the page to nursing right here. And this gives me, under articles and databases, it gives me another link to the articles and databases. And also associations and organizations, you might want to look at some of those. And one more thing, if you are off campus, go to research, off-campus access, and that tells you how to get in, okay? Does anybody have any questions? Okay, that's all for me.
Oh yeah, come and see us in the library. Be sure to come see us. Yeah, log on.
Okay, as we continue with our program, we will now really have the graduate college. Dr. Sherry Saunders-Golson will provide you some information on that in the program. Dr. Michelle P. Marshall, as you can see, has multiple hats, but in this role is the dean of the graduate college. Father passed away last week, but he was buried today. So that was the reason she was not able to attend. But also she's like an adoptive member here at the School of Nursing. For years, she actually was part of the initial group who started the academic, what was it, the undergraduate support center for the students here. She was the director of that before she left nursing and then went over to biology and then into the administrative role. So I don't know if you want to start that now, Dr. Golson, you want Dr. Okay. So Dr. Terry Geiger Smith, would you like to come forward?
Sure. Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Terry Geiger Smith. I just finished my PhD in May, so I know the struggle some of you guys are going through. I can say I graduated from Hampton with my baccalaureate and my master's degree as a family nurse practitioner, so I work full-time as a family nurse practitioner, and actually Dr. Malone was one of my instructors, so giving back is kind of the way to go. I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple of organizations that I support. The green and yellow is for Theta. It's a national nursing sorority. And one of the things that we do with this sorority is that we do community service. So our motto is service for humanity. So one of the things we do as nurses is we care for individuals, but we also educate. Nurses, we know that's the big thing that we do, we educate. So what we do is we go out in the community and we do educational things, like we talk about immunizations and STDs, and go to the areas that need those type of educational opportunities. We do blood pressure screenings. We have Kidney Sunday. We have a whole lot of things that we're trying to do. We do that of our own free will. There's a group of us that get together. We have a meeting once a month. Our Basilisk couldn't be here, who's our president. And it's a group of all registered nurses. Most of us, there are quite a few of us that are advanced practice nurses. We have educators, we have clinical nurse leaders, we have wound care nurses, we have a myriad of specialties, but what we all have in common is that we're trying to get back to our communities, the communities where we live, where our children grow up, where our parents are, and so we're trying to get that information out. So just consider Theta Phi. You guys can Google us, we're on the web. And we also have a photo. One of the other organizations, and I was just newly elected as the president, was the Hampton University Nurses Alumni, which you all will be a part of if you graduate from Hampton, correct? So we have.
Wait, go back again. Say
Say it one more time. I didn't hear a response.
When you graduate, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And you will become.
alumni. So that being said, one of the most important things is giving back. Once I graduated and passed my boards, and they'll tell you 10 days after graduation, boards done. 30 days after I finished my FNP, boards done, passed. I came in and said, done. So once you graduate, the most important thing I would say is take the boards. Don't wait.
Yes.
Take the boards. Don't wait.
21
Because
days
life will
minimum.
happen.
Mhm.
Those of you that are graduating soon, you should have been preparing this whole last semester. I know Dr. Malone, we were a challenging group to say the least. But those of us who she knew had it together. She encouraged us all. But we kind of had to bring everybody along, and all of us really did. All of us passed the first time. Some of us took a lot longer to take it, but we all passed the first time. So that speaks really highly for the school too, as well, that we all were very supportive of each other. So once you guys graduate and become alumni, the tradition of the school is, making sure that we go out and represent Hampton University in the sense that we're smart, we're forward, we're interested in propelling nursing into that next level. So we can compete on any level. And obviously, I'm one of those students. I was an RN student at one time. I was an NP student. I was a doctoral student. Now I'm done, I think.
Not yet.
But it just shows you that the levels that you can raise to. I mean, doing my DNP at another program really kind of opened my eyes. I hated research. However, I was prepared. So when I saw how much I had to write, and I hated APA, but I was prepared because of all the tutelage I received when I was here at Hampton. And yeah, I complained just like everybody else. I hate APA. Is there something better to do this, different? But if you do plan to go further, this is the way. Believe me, after writing an 1,100-page capstone project with 0 edits, you will be thankful too. So that's
Say
kind of
that with 3 letters again. A what?
PA.
Oh.
It is. I am telling you.
Is it highlighted?
Huh?
Highlighted?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, actually, my capstone is getting published in the gerontological nursing in November. I had no idea, because when you're going through, you can't even see. It makes sense to you, and you just hope other people see your passion for what you do. But once I got my letter back after I had said some bad words to my computer and stuff, and I got that letter back saying that, you know, my manuscript had made it to the 2nd level and that they were going to consider it, and got that final. Makes you feel good. But here I am tonight for you guys. So it never matters. It doesn't matter where you are, how successful you become, or whatever the deal may be. This is where it all starts. Our undergraduate students and you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, one other thing before Terry leaves that she mentioned was about scholarships.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want to just brief a little bit on that.
Yeah, Theta every year gives out 2 scholarships at the undergraduate level.
Undergraduate level.
And one for the graduate level. The application process will probably be posted here for you guys to, and you don't have to be a member. There's just certain GPA requirements and things of that nature. They'll ask for a short bio. If you're doing some community health things or community things, those things are important. Because nowadays you can't just be a nurse and go to work and do your job. You can't just do that anymore. There are a lot, and it's very competitive. Everybody wants to be a nurse now. So now we have to elevate ourselves. That means we have to get out and do other things that are gonna kind of bring light to what we do here. One of my old, I remember her from way back when. All right, I think I'm done.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, Dr. Wilson. Good. We will now hear from Sigma President Dr. Sherry Saunders-Gosa.
Thank you, Ken. Okay, so now I know that you all have heard about Theta and the Hampton Alum Association. I also want to let you all know Theta, I am a member of Theta TAR chapter, but we do have the TAR Beta chapters here, and we are celebrating, they're celebrating 40 years this year. So you'll see the undergraduate students and some of you all who are members of Chi here already, I know. You'll probably see them around with their little fundraising ideas, just to kind of put that out. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Sigma Theta Tau. How many of you are members of Sigma Theta Tau? We got some in here, right? Yep. One. And if you're once a member, always a member. You don't have to be active or inactive. Great. So we have the Delta Iota chapter of Sigma Theta Tau, Nursing Honor Society, and we have been in existence for 35 years, I believe. We count. Is it 35 years? Tell me, Dr. Davis. And we have all of she's looking at me, what was it, 35 years? It has been, I'm sorry, it's on. Is it on? Sorry, okay. So, and we had, let me see if I can get into advanced. I said I was trying to use advanced technologies. Okay, the down button. Okay, so the Delta Iota chapter have been here since 1980. So that's 36 years actually. Sorry, let's count it. And For those of you who know, Sigma Theta Tau is known for what? For those of you who are members of Sigma Theta Tau. I got some board prizes to give out. I'm trying to see if I can get somebody.
Academics. Academics.
Academics and what else? Research. Yes. Okay. Love underculture. So education and research so that's one of the things that Sigma is involved in. But in 1922, back in some years ago, 6 women from the University of Indiana. I'm sorry, my thing is going crazy here. Speed.
It's sensitive, so you just.
I'm just going all on the place. Let me just make sure it gets right in the place where we want to. Okay, from Indiana University, they founded Sigma Theta Tau. And as I said, the membership now is well over 135,000 active members. We are in more than 85 countries. 39% of the members have their master's and doctorate degrees. There are over 500 chapters, and I said that they are international. So it is very well known. One of the things that we've been very active in here at our Delta Iota chapters, you'll see that we have a lot of inductions. Every year, we usually do that in the spring time, and you'll see some familiar faces on some of these. Some of the projects that we've been involved in, one was the Domestic Violence Awareness Project, that was Project 90, and what we did here was to raise money to increase awareness of domestic violence. The other thing that the chapter has been involved in, and you see some of the members here, there's Tanya Harder-Menard and some students, myself, some of the other familiar faces that you see there. So we have done a couple other things. One thing that we do is a big fundraiser, and also to increase awareness of childhood poverty and that type of thing is Red Nose Day. So we have done that, and some of those of you who are on live video stream, you remember when we had the Red Nose Day, which was a opportunity for Sigma Theta Tau to participate in some of the call to actions that the president, the international president, has, and that was the servants leadership. As a result of some of the things that we have done with Sigma Theta Tau, we did receive, and some of you may see over here on the wall here, 2 regional, what do we call it? Certificates, so the Showcase of Regional Excellence Award certificates, I'm sorry, for service leadership and for gratitude. So those were some of the calls to actions from the international president, and some of the goals that Sigma Theta Tau had then. So these are, again, some of the things that we've done at Delta Iota, and here's some of our nursing faculty celebrating Red Nose Day. And Dr. Davis, and she cute. We have also, and we also do what we call Research Day, and that's usually held in the summertime during our PhD summer residency. Master students are invited to attend as well, and we usually have that every year. So again, that's one of the things we do, and having fun and participating in Red Nose Days, and most importantly, Research Day. I also want to tell you quickly that Sigma Theta Tau also has a lot of benefits to offer you, to include scholarships and grants. For those PhD students who are working on your dissertation, your research, and you might need a couple of funds to help you do that. You need to, if you're not a member, maybe join, first of all, and then also research what Sigma Theta Tau has to offer. There is a website, and I didn't click on that because of time here, but if you will go to the Sigma Theta Tau international website, there's information on how to become a member. As graduate students, you have 2 ways to become a member. One, you can join as a graduate member, and the second way is as a nurse leader. So some of you are doing things out in the community, and you might want to join that way. So either way, you are eligible to join. Okay, we do have our induction ceremony, usually is in the spring. We also on our website, Mr. Skeet, we do have information regarding Sigma Theta Tau posted on the Blackboard. So you can go there too. Any questions? Okay, all right, so that's Sigma Theta Tau, and we're gonna move right along to
What I'm going to do is move along and let Dr. Trina Gibson-Jones come up, give you a moment to catch your breath. And that way, when you're up, you can talk about the curriculum, the certification with preparation, as well as the report from the graduate college. Okay? So we will now hear from Dr. Trina Gibson-Jones on the student handbook updates.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Just as a point of personal privilege, NUR students in 510, 678, 683, you heard Ms. Evans today talk about the library resources. Make sure you take advantage of Ms. Evans' services. Please, APA is definitely important as well, so make sure you ask questions of your professors in regards to that. Now, with that being said, there is a graduate student handbook. It usually is posted on the nursing webpage. It is currently under revision. We are reviewing it and revising it. And once we get that process completed, we will disseminate it to you. I can talk to you later about subject matters that would be important to you to peruse in that particular manuscript, but for sake of time and brevity, see me later.
Okay. Are you ready? Oh, I am so sorry, Mrs. Ski.
Or do you want to go?
You invite.
Mrs. Ski, you gotta talk up around me. Come on, Mrs. Ski. We have Mr. Moyen Ski, our IT person for the School of Nursing, and he deals with all of us. Poor thing, he's the only male in the building. But he has faculty and students, undergraduate and graduate.
We have any new students? Can you put your hand up? Just one?
Oh, we have 3.
Well,
One.
okay.
I have 3.
All right, some of you are already familiar with the stuff I'm going to talk about. But the new students, please. I know sometimes at Hampton, the process coming in can be very challenging. So hopefully what I have here will try to help you out. So accounts and the password info. So Hampton has a myriad of ways to access a lot of the systems. Ms. Evans, when she was here earlier, she mentioned how to access her database, but she didn't tell you guys how to get into it. So I'll tell you how to get into it. So let's start from the top. So we have Infotech. If you're trying to access the library resources, or if you're on campus and you're trying to log into the computer systems, the method to log into that is Infotech, and it's usually your first name dot your last name, and your password is usually defaulted to the first initial of your first name, the first initial of your last name, and your last 4 of your ID. Some of you who may have had issues logging in since you've been back, that's because the computer center usually they reset all student passwords like a week before you show up to the default. So that's probably why you probably couldn't get in. So just use that and you should be able to get in. Then we have the My Campus portal. That's when you go to the website in the same area where you do your financial and your registrar information. Your username is your HUID. The password is the same as Infotech. Password. If you change your password in either system, it'll be the same across the board. And then you have your banner information, which is your PIN number, your password. Then we have Blackboard. The Blackboard password never changes for students, but they do change for faculty, which is and I'm going to go through it as quickly as possible, so it doesn't get complicated. Then I have the links on the side. Like if you go to Hampton's website, sometimes it's very complicated to find where you have to go, but if you just keep it to memory. So Hampton University's website is hamptonu.edu. Depending on what you put at the beginning, you can get to anything. So the main one is www.hampton.edu. If you're trying to get to Blackboard, just put courses.hamptonu.edu. That'll get you to Blackboard. If you're trying to get to your portal, just put campus.hamptonu.edu. Whatever, if it's nursing school, nursing.hamptonu.edu, and that will get you to where you be at as quickly as possible. your email. Unless you have, if your name is very popular, say Jane Smith, there's probably gonna be a couple Jane Smiths on campus. So it'll be Jane.Smith1, Jane.Smith2. But if it's a unique name, usually your email will be your first name dot your last name at my.hamptonu.edu. Now please remember that because I'm gonna talk about that later concerning your Office 365 download. Being that some of the classes are physical, but some of the classes are hybrid, and just how life is, you're gonna be home on a Friday at 10 o'clock at night, and then that'll be the time when you can't get into the systems and the help desk is closed and you're messed up. So please remember this link, Password Manager. Try to get to that link and register. So if you have issues accessing the system, that link will help you unlock your password. If in the event you can't find the help desk or anyone to help you with something. Office 365. So I was not aware of this. I called the help desk today, and this is what they told me. So if you go to office.com/getoffice365, it's going to go to a link. The link is going to ask you to put in your HU student email address. With that, it's going to send you a link that will give you Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneNote, 1 terabyte of storage, and those additional applications. And it's only available to students, it's not available to faculty. And depending on who you speak to, I was trying to call the primary person, but I couldn't get through. Now, the one guy told me that it does not work on iPads. But then when I did additional research, it said that it was. Because in my mind, I'm thinking that it's an application you should download to the iPad. So if any of you do have iPads, if you want to try it out, see if it will work on the iPads, and let me know so I'll know for sure. But it definitely would work on a Macintosh computer or a PC computer, provided that it has the specific requirements, at least 2 gigabytes of memory and stuff like that. Yeah, it's my bad, and it's free.
Free.
How long is it? Does it expire after a year, like some of them do?
I didn't see any specific stuff. The only thing I saw there was, let's say it did say if you're a student and you're going to be leaving soon, it will expire. If you're a student getting ready to graduate as soon as possible. But I literally found this out, got this information like an hour and a half ago. So I was trying to call to get the specifics to answer those questions. I'm not sure exactly if it's a universal license lifetime, if it expires and all this stuff. I'm not, but by tomorrow I'll eventually find out more specifics, and then all this entire PowerPoint, I'll email it to you guys so you guys can review it.
I use this one, and it is 32-bit. If you have a computer PC 64-bit, you need get rid of that first, and then you can download.
Oh, you have to uninstall the 32? Okay.
I did it last year, so I don't know. I guess it'll.
It's still working for you? Okay. Anyone else tried it?
I have that.
Did you get it from Hampton, John, or your own?
I'm from Hampton.
And it's still working?
Yes, it is.
Mine's still working too.
Right.
Can you download it on multiple devices too?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
They limit
I think it's a limit though.
Yeah.
I saw something, it seems like you can only download it on 4 or 5 devices. So maybe like 1 or 2 laptops.
I asked them the same question. I have 2 computers. One is Mac, one is PC. How can I do it? They said you can do 1 PC, 1 Mac, 1 iPad, something like, and another one. I think it's 4.
It has to be different.
No, it is,
devices.
yeah.
Yeah, because then it's iPad,
Yeah.
mobile, or your PC.
I guess is anyone familiar with how Office 365 works? Okay, because how things are going now, everything is going into this cloud. They don't understand what the cloud is.
They give you a space there. You can log into their website, like back up your stuff, but I never use it.
Okay.
If it's there, I lost it.
So basically, back in the day, if you bought software and you installed it on a computer, and you saved files to that computer, that's where it's gonna stay. And if you went to work and you were at work and you're trying to access something and on your home computer, then you're out of luck. So the whole premise of cloud is you're storing your information in the internet on a secure location that's assigned to you. So if you have your phone, and being that it's Microsoft Office, so they're going to be selling their products. So people who have Windows-based phones, but they will work on Android and Apple phones, or if you had your iPad or whatever it is, so whatever you have on this device will be the same on this device, it will be the same on your work PC. You can access whatever you can access from multiple locations. That's just the premise of how the cloud works. There's an advantage to it, but it's also a disadvantage, as I'm sure you all know. If you're storing stuff that's, should I get political? So let's say the issue with the presidential candidate, that type of stuff. So you can't be storing stuff at your job that is confidential in a cloud like that, because at the end of the day, it's still zeros and ones, bits and bytes. Someone gets in there and grabs the stuff, and you're a nurse, and that heap of information got somewhere and it's tied back to you, then you're going to be in big trouble. So just be careful what you store. That's all. And I'll leave it at that. All right. So Blackboard browser support. I have a link here. So I know as it is right now, we have Google Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Safari, mobile browsers, PC, all types of browsers. If you click on that link will scan your computer and let you know if your browser is compatible with you. If your instructors are using Collaborate, I have some links here that will kind of get you up to speed as to what Collaborate does. And I also have a link there for those of you, if the instructor is using Adobe Connect. Castle Branch. Castle Branch is basically certified background. It was always Castle Branch. They just rebranded themselves to their primary name. So, is everyone in FMP students?
Yes.
Okay, so as FMP students, at some point in time, you're going to be doing clinicals. We do all of our certified background check and medical management online. We don't personally do it. We have a company that does all that stuff for us. So for those of you who are returning students, every year you have to renew this process. So as the chair for the department, because kind of sort of the deadline has already passed, so I'll leave it up to Dr. Wilson to set the new deadline.
Yes, the deadline has passed, but we are aware that you cannot be clinically cleared until you have completed everything that you need to do in Castle Branch, formerly certified background. And some of you already know that your paperwork, if it comes to me, I am checking to see if you are clinically cleared, and if you're not clinically cleared, you should not be in your clinical area. So make sure that everything that you are delinquent on, or that the word is non-compliant, then you need to make certain that all of that is up to date. And if you're not sure, I have pulled the report and I will let you know what it is that you are not complying with.
So for those students that are new, so how it works, okay, so you go to that portal, it opens up. I'll go to the link to show you how it works. And this company is going to be checking your criminal history to make sure that you're straight. Then it's going to download a form and you have to do a drug test. For returning students, that's what you're paying for every year. Every year you have to do a new criminal background and a new drug test, drug screen, I should call it. And it does a medical document check where it does your Theta. You have to upload your flu shots, MMRs, tetanus, TB, a whole variety of you have to get that stuff straight every year before you can walk, and insurance as well. Before you're allowed to do any kind of clinical stuff with your preceptors. And as you can see, for new students, the cost is $129. The renewal every year is $104. As you can see, the fine print if you live outside of Virginia within the past 7 years, the company may charge an additional fee. Like we said, we don't do anything in the system. Myself, Dr. Gosen, the clinical coordinator, some members of administration, we have access to the system. All we do, we log in to make sure to see if it says completed or not completed. So if there's any issues, you have to contact the company and work that out. And then I guess I should state it because we do state it in the undergraduate department. Hampton University has a policy that if any drug screens come back positive, you're automatically dismissed from the campus. That's set by the university. So it will be, just be careful. Now, leave it at that. So on to the next one. Okay. So I'll open the link and I'll show you guys what the link looks like. It's pretty user-friendly. Close. You basically go and you place the order, and depending on your classification, you pick that. So it's nursing masters. So for those of you, like I said, if you're new, pick the new option. It opens up and you basically just click and continue, and then it will go through a process of you putting in your information, first name, last name. The way that they get your information, obviously, is they will need your social security number and payment information, and then the process begins. And then you get a portal within their company, and then they will send you the information to your email address. And as you gradually update your documents, as a matter of fact, they do have an app that you can download to your phone. So if you're wondering how can I get your information, how can you get your information to them, you can fax it to them, you can scan it with your own information and send it to them, or you can take the picture with your app on your phone and upload it to them. And they have live people on their end that's reviewing your documents. And if it's compliant, they okay it, you pass it. So do we have any questions?
I have
Yes.
one comment. Like, I have a really hard time with my flu shot last year because on the document I got from the doctor's office, they only have the date. It's September 16 something, 2015. And then they told me it's not acceptable because they don't put the title, say flu shot for season 2015, 2016. So I said, can I just type in? And they said, yes, you can. So I type in and submitted and rejected 5 times. So finally they told me the reason is their software has a problem working with Adobe. So you have to add it and take a picture, send it as a picture, then they can accept it.
Oh,
So-
okay, yes.
That's good to know. It's good information to know.
It's probably
That's,
for months, for like, keep contact them, get rejected. What's going on?
In addition to that, the flu shot is very, out of all of the criteria for the clinical background check, the flu shot is it's rare because it doesn't fall in line with the dates.
Yeah.
So the flu shot comes out in what, early August, late August, late July, somewhere around there. So within the system, we do have a declination waiver attached to the flu shot because some people, they decline to take the flu shot. And you do have the option of signing that waiver and getting, I can't remember what it looks like if the doctor has to sign it, but at the same time, there are some clinical sites that don't accept the declination waiver. So it's a weird predicament. Also, if, let's say, when you're doing the flu shot, like if it's due on September 1st, and the shot, next season's shot has not come out yet. There's also criteria within the system that you can say that, okay, yes, you had the shot from last year, and they will update it to let us know that you're waiting on the next season's flu shot until when that comes out, so you can get that one.
And they send a message,
Correct.
so we can read the message when that happens. So,
Yeah, that's basically it. Any questions?
I have a question about Blackboard. I tried to like log in from the phone and it doesn't work.
You mean just going straight to the website? Or
Yeah,
through
they
the
have
app?
the application, like a Blackboard application. I download it, I put my ID and I put my password and it doesn't work.
Is that the new one that is sent out?
Yes.
I haven't tested it yet, so I can't answer it. I did see that email saying that they updated the app, but I
Yeah,
haven't messed around with it to see what's, and it's an Apple phone, right?
yeah, I use the Apple and this is what it looks like. And I just put my information there, just the one you just said, and they.
I have to contact Jonathan to ask him if he's aware of that. I know you had your hand up.
Yeah, so I can't log into the internet. Is there a way to like call somebody to try to get it reset or something?
How many times did you try it? 3 times?
Yeah.
You probably locked out, so I have to unlock you. Did you use the default password? With
I
your,
did.
okay.
That's the only one I have. I didn't change it.
When we finish here, I have to unlock you and then hopefully that'll clear you up.
Okay.
I know Dr. Williamson is trying to urge me on. So if there are any other questions, if not, I'll pass it on.
Thank you, Mrs. King.
Thank
Okay. Let me just give y'all a 2 minute, no, I'm not asking you to just stand up 2 minutes out of your seat, because if I let you get out of this room, you won't be back. So let's stand up 2 minutes, because I know you've been sitting for about an hour, and I really thank you for your attention to that. You want to talk that? Or let me keep going? Okay,
you. You're taking a break, is it?
yeah, 2 minutes.